Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the 20 Minute Moat. I've got a very special guest with me on this episode. We have Bhisham Bhateja, who is the co-founder of the Man Company.
Hi everyone. I am co-founder of the Man Company. We started our journey in 2015, primarily selling men grooming products, head-to-toe men grooming products. Primarily, we used to sell through our own website, and during our 6 years journey, now we are omni-channel, present everywhere.
I just wanted to know, what are those magic ingredients, at your brand that define these or is able to create the sense of community with your customers, and how are you able to do that?
Okay, so see, the thing which we follow is honesty. What we are promising or what we are communicating to our customer, we are delivering that. Either we are over promising or we are under promising. So I think that's the thing which during the journey I have implemented during the 6 years, that whatever we promise in a product, we don't claim something which is not possible only, which is just for the sake of claiming. We don't do anything. We treat ourselves as a very honest brand. We whatever we write or whatever we communicate to our customers, that product will perform in that manner. I think this is, in one word, this is the answer.
I think this builds that sense of trust, right, with your customer base. It also builds the transparency, and also helps manage customer expectations.
Yeah. A couple of our products, you will see natural score, 98.3% natural. That means that product has 98.3% natural ingredients. Balance 2.7, 1.7 is some kind of artificial thing.
Got it.
So this is a kind of a nature score or a natural score.
Oh, interesting. I mean, this is also the backbone for good customer support at the end of the day, being honest and being transparent.
We do that. And to the decimal level, it is 93.2, 93.2. Nothing can change it because that's a fact.
Yeah. That's an objective fact.
Yeah.
So coming to, I'm also quite interested in, how customer experience and operations and customer support is sort of viewed. I think the philosophy behind it is stellar, and the end result is evident. So, when you're talking about now again being a e-commerce space in the e-commerce space, what are the biggest challenges that you faced in terms of creating, good customer experiences and stellar support, and how have you been solving those challenges?
Okay, so see, the biggest challenge in this whole journey is that we are physically not meeting the customer. Okay, and the person who meets the customer for the first time is the courier guy, and I have no control on that guy.
Yeah.
Even I use best of the courier companies. They are also dependent on the last mile delivery people.
Yeah.
And suppose you get a courier, but that last mile guy, for some reason, misbehaved with you or whatever, he's also a human being which I have control. That's the first interaction of my brand with you, and that is a bad experience which I have no control, because I don't own a logistics company.
Yeah.
So these are the challenges, because if you are a physical customer, you are coming to my store, then I will make sure and I will train all my people to give you an amazing experience. But yes, with the digital thing, that is one of the biggest challenges. But if you see from our point of view, we start interacting with the customer digitally before purchase only.
Yes.
Before purchase, through social media or through blogs or through video content, we are publishing our product qualities or tips to grooming, etc., etc. So we are interacting with the customer before the purchase. So that way we are trying that we should give customer a content which he wants to listen, hear, or read, whatever he wants to see, as well as in the language. My target audience is a defined target audience, so I speak the language they understand, so that there is a better communication between both of us.
I think that's a very interesting part of the philosophy, right? If you can empower the customer with the information they need, then they don't have to come back and raise a ticket and be like,
Yeah,
uh,
that's the thing which I want to point out, that the customer care thing comes when there are issues.
yeah,
Issues could be anything. Issues could be delivery issues. Issue could be my product, how to use issues. Issue could be pre-purchase. Why should I buy that product?
yeah,
Okay, these are the 3 4 things. Otherwise, why would some customer uh, contact us? So we make sure that whenever we get queries from the customer, we solve that query. My team is capable enough to solve that. But during our weekly meetings, we analyze why these queries are coming and what is the root cause, and we go 2 steps behind to solve that thing. Because as so quick, there are people who say as your business is growing, you have to expand your customer care team.
team, yeah,
That's not the right way to think. They cannot be proportional. They cannot be proportional.
yeah,
We have to make sure that we it and the company, whatever customer wants to know, either pre-purchase, during the purchase, and post-purchase. When I say post-purchase, there are 2 things. After buying, it reaches customer's place, and once customer has opened the product, then also how to use and everything are in place, so that customer does not feel at any point of the time, I did not find this information during my whole journey, then I have to call you.
yeah.
So we try that we solve all the problems in a manner that we get very limited number of tickets. And we are still, every day we are learning and we are solving those problems.
Problems. Yeah. I think that's it's a very interesting point that you're making. Improve the product, and then you can.
No, the complete experience. It's not the
Yeah,
product, the
yeah.
complete experience.
What's the customer support team like at the Man Company? And when you were growing it and building the support team, like what were the kind of priorities? And yeah,
As I told you, we are not a firm believer of that. Suppose I'm growing by 20% month on month or 10% month on month, my call center team should also
grow.
grow by. So we don't have that philosophy. Okay, whatever percentage I'm growing, no, that's not right. We make sure that whatever queries are where the kind of queries they are coming, how can we mitigate them? For example, there was this time that we used to get a lot of queries regarding where is my courier? It's not delivered. Though we are delivering on time, everything like I get the order every day, whatever order comes by 4 o'clock, we deliver, we ship it the same day. For few areas, we are doing express deliveries. So all those metrics are right. But if customers are raising queries, so we found out a mechanism, made a process that this is how we'll communicate, and that's how we reduced the delivery queries. It's just an example I'm
Okay.
telling you. Okay, during the Valentine's or Father's Day, because a lot of gifting happens.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
women gift, and we have to make sure that we give them extra information. The frequency of information increases so that they're patient enough that the gift will reach on time. So we try to use technology so that we give the customer what he's expecting during the journey. So that's how we are building the team. Building, not I won't say team, building the process.
The processes that drive the team. Yeah.
Yes, I'm building the process. As in that process, if we require X number of people, we do. But
Interesting.
we don't believe in just getting people, and that's a traditional way a call center works. No, I'm literally against that. We try to invest in the process, and
and
that's how we are building it.
and create those delightful experiences.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the main agenda.
yeah, yeah,
Getting increasing the head count is not the agenda.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's
And when we sit on
counterintuitive.
the whiteboard to make that process, whatever things keep going wrong.
Yeah,
Every week there is a new problem, new challenge. But when we make the process, we don't have to make the increase the head count.
interesting. Yeah.
So that's about it.
Yeah. Going I wanted to also ask a little bit on where do you see customer support as a space for various brands, and now say for example an e-commerce brand. How do you see this space evolve in the coming year? And there's a lot of talk on greater deal of automated processes, and I wanted to sort of get a take from the man company on how are customers sort of responding to that. Earlier people at the end of the day wanted to speak to a human agent. So like for a brand who is now say using more automated processes in that customer experience, say when someone contacts you, how are they also responding to this?
See, so so there are a couple of queries which, just for example, there's a courier query.
Yeah.
When will I get it? I don't think so. A customer is not expecting a human touch to it. And the other thing which has evolved during this, I would say past 10 years when the internet journey has started in India, customers are also mature enough to understand where they need a human touch and where this information, whatever is required, is fine.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is that customer customers are also happy not to talk to somebody because they are getting so many customer care so-called calls, cold calls during the day, that nobody wants to talk to somebody.
Yeah, yeah.
And for a problem which is solvable while just giving the information.
Mm.
Suppose you order a pizza, it's just you see on the app, no, that this is my order. It has
Yeah.
reached here from Zomato or somewhere, wherever. So that's the same thing. That time you don't feel like talking to somebody because you can see, and that information is almost accurate because that's a past experience. But the same thing when these queries are very tactical queries. That time, I think customers have also accepted, and they are also mature enough to understand the whole technology, that here the human touch is not required.
Do you think with conversational AI and automation, do you think it's moving towards a stage where these processes, these automated processes, are going to be exhibiting higher order skills like empathy, um, empathy, for example, and emotional. Sorry.
Sorry, can you repeat it again?
Oh, yeah. No, I was saying, like going forward, do you think tech solutions like conversational AI and automation, are they going to be in a space where they can exhibit higher order skills, emotional intelligence, empathy? And do you see the shift in a human agent's role in such a scenario? Like, is that like something that as a brand you think is possible?
You say, I'll rephrase the question, that with technology improving, will technology replace the human agents?
Yeah, or will it start emulating a little bit more the empathy which humans can sometimes provide to a conversation?
Again, I would say, if the problem, the query of the customer will decide what kind of service he needs. You understand? Suppose you are in a hurry and you go to McDonald's for or any QSR quick service. There you are not expecting any service. Just the agenda is to pick up the thing and just move. Okay. And if you go to a fine dining, there you need a different kind of service. So similarly, in this our industry, yes, the technology will play a much bigger role in solving these kind of problems. and you will be seeing a lot of vernacular stuff also happening now. Chatbot is in, I think, one or two languages, but
Yeah.
you will see it going to all the languages. And slowly with the learning, that because there's a machine learning is there, they will the machine will learn on its own also. And emotional, i I think that emotional thing cannot come with a chatbot thing.
Hmm.
It will never come. Okay, because that's a machine, and you, whatever you teach, machine
Yeah.
will, but that thing will not come. But yes, technology will play a very big role in this customer care industry, but they cannot replace a human agent, because there will be few queries across industries, not my industry.
Yeah.
Across, you take airlines, you take automobile, anywhere, you have to have humans, because the gravity of the problem is different.
Hmm.
So if the gravity is more, then yes, humans are required to solve that problem, because there could be a situation where there is no solution to track that problem with the agent as well as with the chatbot. But human can pacify, or I think pacify the customer.
Yeah. I think sometimes customers are venting sometimes, and they want a listening ear that can say, okay, I relate to this problem, and
Yeah,
we can figure it out together.
yeah. Because at times we also get, as founder, I may get some call of something where I have no fault, my team has no fault, or
Yeah.
something. For example, you have ordered on a Saturday and Sunday is a Valentine's Day and it will never reach. And we
Mm-hmm.
clearly say we need 3 days, but customer can vent it out. So they need a year and we have the years.
I mean, it's been quite interesting, getting that inside philosophy on, how these uh, delightful and, well thought out experiences for customers are
Yeah, because
created.
in those situations, we only say, sir, what can I do to help you now?
Yeah.
This has happened.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day has crossed. I can't make sure that it reaches Guwahati on time. But
Hmm.
with a omni-channel thing, we try to solve this also.
Yeah.
Because I'm present somewhere or other, I'm present in some format in Guwahati, and I try, okay, sir, that is not available. Can I give you this thing?
Hmm.
So those calls a human can take, and
Yeah.
we try to solve, so that human is required depending on the gravity of the problem.
Problem. Coming to, I mean, we can have this conversation for quite a long while, but I wanted to, come to one more question, that in the customer experience and customer support space, there's always this dilemma, or there is this huge gap between personalized experiences and scalability. So highly custom, highly curated experiences sometimes will not necessarily be scalable. What's your take on that? And how do you think you'll solve? How are you planning to solve something like that? How do you bridge that gap?
See, with the technology, this personalized thing can be achieved at any scale.
Hmm.
Okay, anything, like suppose you have a query, you raise a ticket, but with the technology, I will come to know about your name, phone number, your location, your last order, everything. And the chatbot will be smart enough to um, talk to you, sir. Is anything you bought last time? You want help on that product. How are you using that particular cream? I believe you like the fragrance. Those kind of things are we can incorporate in the chatbot, and this
Yeah.
is happening. And though it will take some time to evolve, but yes, this is happening. Chatbot with your order history, with, because your order history can be combined with on the Facebook, if you have seen something or liked something of any of our products, with the kind of customer query you raised 2 months back. All those things can be collated and chatbot can talk to you.
Yeah.
This is 100% doable. At any scale, this is doable.
Hmm.
I don't see a challenge in this. Yes, it will take a lot of time, because whatever chatbot platform anybody is using, it has to be integrated with everything.
Yeah.
it has to be integrated with everything, and the only thing is that the person is also using the same phone number or same email ID across, so that we integrate everything around it. So that way, I think personalization with any scale is possible.
Got it. I think there's been a lot of insights on the fundamentals of what creates beautiful customer experiences. I think we got into there's a lot of insights for all our listeners and viewers of the podcast on what to focus on and what are the things that fall into place if your priorities are right. So
Yeah.
it's been brilliant talking to you, Bhisham. It's been brilliant listening to your take on things and your philosophy and the kind of journey the Man Company has been on. So thank you so much for taking so much time and being on the 20-minute moat.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I hope all of you, everybody will gain something out of this.